May profits be upon you. Welcome to another weekly market forecast. We're looking at the S&P 500, the S&P futures. Okay. Now, I know what I have on the screen right now is the Dow, but I was comparing it. The Dow, we just squeezed past the all-time high. Well, let me make sure that's the all-time high. Yeah, the all-time high. All right. And it took its time. It's the last one to take the all-time high, isn't it? All right. But that's the Dow. Now I want to show the NASDAQ. The NASDAQ has taken that all-time high quite a bit ago. All right. And you see how this current month's candle, how strong it is. All right. Now compare that to the S&P. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're in the fifth month of bullish uh, uh, bullish closes, and again we took that high, the all-time high, quite some time ago, right? And it's bullish. All right, just this is a bullish market, making higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, breaking the old high, higher lows, and another higher high. All right, we just keep breaking market structure to the upside. That's way we. That's just what you want to see. You want to see clarity. I say. All right. So there's no reason right now to look for sells. Okay. Let's look at this. All right. This is a weekly time frame. What I want you to note is this candle. This is last week's candle. It closed strong, way above the high of the previous weekly candle. Right. Which closed way above the high of the candle before it. Okay. Uh, and we also opened up a very small but relevant fair value gap, which price could come back and rebalance and find support for another move higher to take this high. Okay. Uh, this is bullish. The fair value gaps indicate the order flow. Okay. And what I like to see is the reaction once price does make its way back, when it does pull back to a from external liquidity to internal liquidity. All right, I want to see the reaction here. If the fair value gap will hold, or if it will fail. If it fails, we're probably going to the next external range liquidity. Do you understand that? The market is either seeking liquidity or it's either seeking liquidity or offering fair value. Okay, and if it's going past that fair value gap, it's probably going to seek liquidity at the external range. Okay, so we are bullish on the weekly as well. And if we go down to the daily, what do we got? What is that? Okay, let's take a closer look inside of here. All right, now these little marks don't mean much anymore, but we still have this weekly fair value. All right, price did reach back to rebalance that fair value gap. There was one here as well. You can see it on the daily. This is a weekly. This one is a weekly fair value gap. All right, this one is daily. The daily. All right, price already used this one, so it's not relevant anymore. We can get rid of that. Price used it for and for support and used it to go higher. Okay, see these interesting wicks here. This is a sell to buy. These are sell to buy wicks. Inside of that, can be found demand inside of this on the lower time frames. We'll get to it. All right. But right now, what I want you to see is you see this is Friday's candle. It closed right at the high of the previous of the previous day candle, the Thursday. So what happened was we had um, uh, the aftermath, right, of the CPI, not CPI, the interest rate by the Fed, okay, and uh, you had price pulling back, and then the recovery, and you gotta like that. You gotta like that, right? There is there is no reason to look for shorts. Some people are thinking that, hey, maybe we're overextended and that price will turn over. No, you wait until you see a break of market structure before you start looking for shorts. And there has been no break of market structure, no market structure shift. A break below here would be a market structure shift. A close below here, that isn't very strange. All right, a close below here, a candle body close below there, a pullback, and this would be a high probability trade to the downside. But until that happens, no. Mm-mm. Now let's see if we see something on the 1 hour. All right, the market is already open, so I want to see if there is some fair value gaps for internal range liquidity, because we've already taken out the external range liquidity here at that mark. Got it? And I'm looking for internal range liquidity. I'm looking for price to reach back into internal range liquidity. We see a bullish fair value gap here, and there was one here. Look, there was one here. This is on the 1 hour now. This is on the 1 hour. Price is working its way through that. What does that mean if it fails? Well, you gotta think that is a bearish indication. All right. If there is no the support for higher prices is failing, then it's likely to go down, of course. And we have an opposing candle down here that intersects, sorry, that intersects that fair value gap. I'm looking at this. I'm looking at that as a pretty reliable looking fair value gap. Should price come down here, I'm going to look for the reaction once price gets there. What am I looking for? Say this is the fair value gap, all right, on the 1 hour. I'm going to, once price comes into contact with it, I'm going to go down to the 1 minute or the 5 minute for my entry. And what am I looking for? I'm looking for price to hit that fair value gap, like a low, a lower high, a lower low, a higher high, and as price pulls back into this bullish leg of structure, it's going to find a bullish fair value gap. I'm looking for price to pull back into it. That's all. Pull back into it and push higher. I'm looking for this. It'll probably be right near the top here of this this pullback, right? And I'm looking for price to pull back into that fair value gap and take a high probability trade to the upside, because that's going with the trend, the overall trend. That's my entry right there. That's it. Simple. If you have any questions about it, leave it in the comment section. All right, but understand, I am bullish. Let me take a peek at this 4 hour. Do we have something that can say, ooh, price might pause here? These are some wicked wicks. All right, that's sell to buy here. I'm not looking for price. I don't want to see price go past the midpoint of this long wick here, the 50%. All right. I don't want to see price go past that. I want to see price respect. I don't want to see price close past that. I want to see price respect it there. There's a down close candle here. I want to see price find support there for higher prices. That's what I'd like to see. But we're going to look here first, because it's got to get through that first, right? Okay, that's it. Bullish all the way, buys all the way. Do not take shorts until you see a break of market structure. a break of market structure, then then you're good. Watch price come past this low here with a close. Yeah, then you can start getting interested. But this is the line I would draw personally. I want to see price break that before I start taking sells. It got up to this midpoint for me to think, hey, it might find support for higher prices there. That's it. Buy the dip. Buy the dip. I will see you in the next video. Thank you for watching. Do not miss my other videos that I put out already today for the NASDAQ, the Euro USD, the US dollar index, and the silver and gold. I put them out already. Check them out. I'll see you in the next video, and thank you for watching.